of the week, well, the muscle area of the week are shoulders. And I want to show you exactly what that means with my little diagram. So the main muscle, the big muscle, deltoid, that's the big muscle, that's the top of the superficial muscle right on the surface of your upper arm. And that actually has three parts to it, as you can see, and it's shaped like a triangle, like a delta. That's why they call it deltoid. Underneath the deltoid are your rotator cuff muscles. So over here, there are four of them. And this is the front view, this is the back view. The supraspinatus on the very top, teres minor on the bottom, subscapularis and infraspinatus. All those, when you injure your rotator cuff, that's usually one of those is being torn. So the deltoid is protecting a lot of this. And interestingly so, if you want a little bit of trivia of shoulder muscles, the deltoid, is responsible for being able to raise your arm. However, the first like 15 degrees of movement of your arm, your deltoid doesn't kick in. That's your supraspinatus on the top here. That's what enables your arm to move 15 degrees from your midline. The rest of it takes over, the deltoid takes over to get the rest of the way. I thought that was interesting. Whenever I plan classes for the week, I always brush up on my anatomy and I always learn something a little different, a little trivia usually that is fun to know about what's going on in your body. So let's sit up tall and begin our pranayama. Pranayama. So prana is energy, prana is breath, prana is life. It's a big circle. Life is energy, life is breath, life is prana. So as you breathe in your prana, your life breath, your energy breath, think of a color going in through your nose, all the way down to your belly, your favorite color. And feel that good prana, life force energy coming into your body and going to every cell of your body. And as you exhale, envision the color coming out of your body, deflating your belly like a balloon, going up and out through your nostrils. And imagine that that out breath is carrying with it all the negativity in your body, all the toxins, all the negativity. And then when you breathe in again, you're refreshing your prana energy with breath anew. Breathing in positive life force. Breathing out negativity. And then let's practice breathing to a count of 8. Inhaling to a count of 8 and exhaling to a count of 8. Your counts can be really slow or be a little faster. It's up to you. But just make sure your breath is big and full. And then get that metronome in your head to a beat of 8. Still envisioning that beautiful color coming into your body, representing your life force energy, and envisioning that color going out of your body as all the negativity. And then the next time you inhale, pause your breath for a count of 4. And the next time you exhale, pause your breath for a count of 4. So you have a rectangle going here. Inhaling on a count of 8, fully inflating your entire body with oxygen, pausing for a count of 4, and allowing that oxygen to infiltrate every nerve, every cell in your body. And then exhaling to a count of 8, getting rid of all the old energy, the old bad stuff out of your body. And then pausing for a count of 4 to reinforce that negative energy going out of your body. Okay, please finish one more cycle of your long, deep yoga breath, your prana breath. Taking your time, pausing in between. And then please, let's take a deep breath together and Om in. Om. Om Balu Satguru Bhagavan Ki, the divine is the inner teacher. All righty. I hope you have a strap handy or something that you can use to, I don't know, if you're in Florida, Heather, you may not have your strap handy, do you? You don't have one? All right. Well, then we'll skip. And Donnie, you probably don't have one either because you're in your car. So we'll skip the strap part. We'll just work on other parts of the shoulder warmer. So let's take our fingertips onto the tops of our shoulders, like our angel wings, our hummingbird wings, and then just start warming up our shoulders with little circles. And then just feel how those muscles that you saw earlier on the screen, how they're moving around and relaxing and stretching, and then make the circles bigger and then bigger and then bigger. And then pause back to your angel wings, have the shoulders, elbows up, shoulder height. Inhale, exhale, bring the elbows together in front. Inhale, open. Exhale, bring the elbows up, the palms of your hands coming back behind your head, but they don't have to touch, and then open back up. So we'll do that with breath. Inhale, exhale, elbows forward. Inhale, open, exhale, up. Inhale, open, exhale, forward. Inhale, open, exhale, up. Inhale, open, exhale, forward. Inhale, open, exhale, up. Inhale, down, exhale, forward. Inhale, open, exhale, up, and then pause here and release. And then let's take our fingers in front of us, lace your fingers together. Push your palms down away from you. And then just feel your shoulders pull down from your ears. And then inhale as you push your palms away from you, and then bring your arms overhead. Big breath. And then exhale, come back the other way, bringing the hands in front of your body. Keep pushing the hands away so you can feel your shoulder blades separate. And then come all the way down. Okay. And then bring your fingers At least keep your fingers laced and bring your elbows up to shoulder height. And then we're going to lift our hands up as we bring our elbows together in front. So see if your forearms can touch, then touch the forearms together. And then lower your hands back down to chin level. And then come back up, closing your forearms together. And then back down. And then back up, closing the forearms together. And back down. And one more time, back up. Forearms together, and then back down and release. Okay, let's come to Dandasana pose, staff pose, knees up, feet up, and then tilt the pelvis forward so that you have a neutral lower spine. And then let's do some shoulder shrugs, bringing the shoulders forward and then up to the ears and then all the way back and down. And then forward, up, back and down. And as you do this again, just feel how your shoulder blades are coming apart when you bring your shoulders forward, up to your ears. And when you come back, feel how the shoulder points come together on your back and down. And once more, forward, up, back and down. And then pause here with your chest nice and open, shoulders down from the ears. Make sure your pelvis is tilted forward, and that your neck is nice and relaxed. Your head's right on top of your shoulders. Bring your hands to heart center. Inhale, push up with your fingertips. Exhale, right hand floats down beside the hip, left arm comes by the ear, and then push your left shoulder back so that you're opening your chest upward, looking up into the blue sky. Keep your feet engaged so your leg muscles are engaged. And then inhale, pull back up. Exhale, let that arm float down. Inhale, open arms in a T. Exhale, twist to the right. Left hand on outside of the right leg, right hand behind, propping up your spine. Make sure your spine stays vertical as you twist. Think about your left ribs coming over to the right side of your body so that you're twisting your entire spine. And then think about bringing your right shoulder back and your left shoulder a little forward. And then slowly come back to center. Return your palms to heart center. Inhale, push up with your fingertips. Exhale, left arm floats down, right arm comes beside the ear, and right shoulder goes back, glancing up at that beautiful blue sky. Except I'm glancing up at white tile ceiling. Just pretending it's a beautiful blue sky. Pull up with your right hand, come back down. Inhale, open arms in a T. Exhale, twist to the left. Right hand comes on the outside of the leg, left hand behind. And then this time, think about your right ribs coming over to the left side of your body, so you're twisting your entire spine. Keep the spine vertical as you twist. Okay, one more breath in. And then exhale, come all the way back to center. Reset into Dandasana. Make sure your spine is nice and long, that your back is neutral, your shoulders are down, your chest is open, feet are up, knees are up. Inhale, bring your arms up to Urdhva Hastasana, upward salute, palms facing each other. Exhale, grab opposite elbows with the right arm on top of the left, and then just push your arms back behind your ears as far as they'll go. And now keep your right hand on your left elbow. Let your left hand drop down behind you and pat yourself between your shoulder blades. Use your right hand to keep coaxing that left arm back beside your ear. and release. Float the hands back down. And then float them back up, Urdhva Hastasana, inhale. Exhale, grab opposite elbows, left arm on top of right, and push the arms back. This time we'll release the right hand off the left elbow and pat ourselves between our shoulder blades with the right hand. And then release, let the arms float back down. Bend your knees, place your feet flat on the mat, bring your hands behind you so that the fingertips are pointing toward your toes. And then we're going to come into a reverse table. So we're going to push into the feet and the hands, shift your pelvis toward your feet first, and then lift your pelvis up and open your chest up to the sky and breathe. One more breath here, and then slowly let your bottom come back down. Keep your knees bent, and then lean forward. Hug your arms around your knees and put your spine into a C shape, so like you're in a seated cat pose. Push the spine away from you, tuck the tailbone, tuck the chin, bring your forehead toward the knees. Feel your shoulders separate, feel your vertebra open. And then slowly back up, and then come on to our hands and knees, table position. And we'll do a couple of cat-cows here. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, come into your cat back, tucking the toes, tucking the chin, lifting your spine toward the ceiling. Push the mat away, feel your shoulders open. And then inhale slowly through your nose into your cow. Belly drops down, and then push the shoulders toward the back of the mat as your head comes forward and your tailbone goes back. And then exhale, slowly bring your bottom all the way back to your heels, briefly in child. And then inhale slowly, making the breath last, back to table, flat back. Exhale into your cat back again, tucking your toes, tucking the chin, tucking the tail. Inhale very slowly, making your breath last as you untuck everything, and then push the shoulders back, belly drops down toward the mat. And then exhale very slowly through your nose as you sit your bottom all the way back down toward your heels. Inhale very slowly as you come back to flat back table. And pause in this flat back table. Take a deep breath. Exhale as you lift your right arm out to the side, twisting open to the right. Inhale. Exhale, take your right arm and thread it underneath your left arm. So you're going to bring your right shoulder down to the mat and your head will come down to the mat. You can use your left hand to just prop you up and just feel your right shoulder stretch. So reach your right arm as far underneath of you as you can. And then push into your left hand to unthread your arm, coming back into table. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, left arm lifts to the side, twisting the body. Breathe here a couple of breaths. Inhale. Exhale, that hand floats down and threads underneath the right arm, coming down onto your left shoulder now. Head comes to the mat. And then slowly unthread the arm, come back to table, and then come onto your belly. Bring your arms wide on your mat. Have your elbows lined up in line with your shoulders, but they're going to be wide on your mat, as wide as your mat can go, as wide as your mat is. Push your pelvis into the mat, push your thighs into the mat, push the tops of the feet into the mat, if your feet allow you to do that. And we're going to stabilize the base, pushing the pelvis down and rotating the thighs inward as we lift our chest and arms up off the mat. So keeping the bottom half of your body down, the chest is lifted, your arms are lifted like goalpost arms. Your head is in line with your spine. Now, see if you can bring your elbows toward your midline. And as you do so, feel how your shoulder blades move down from your ears, the points coming together onto your back. And then bring the arms back so that they're parallel to your body, and then float them back down to your mat. And then pause here for a breath or two, and we'll repeat that. So let your neck go loose here. You can even rest your head on the mat if you'd like for a breath. And remember, we're just trying to keep our neck long as we do this, pushing into your pelvis, pushing into your thighs, and then lifting the upper half of your body, bringing your arms off the mat. They don't have to come far off the mat, maybe just 4 to 6 inches. Keep your neck long in line with your spine. And then bring your elbows toward your midline. And then just feel what your shoulders are doing as you do that. And then bring your arms back so that the forearms are parallel to your body. Let them float down. And then bring your hands right underneath of your shoulders. And bring your elbows tucked by your sides, as if they were glued to your rib cage, or rubber banded to your rib cage, so they don't flail out as we push into our hands and come up into a cobra pose. So in cobra, make sure that your elbows are pointing back, your shoulders down from the ears, pushing into the mat with your thighs and your pelvis. Roll your thighs inwards slightly so that you don't pinch your back. Breathe. And then come all the way back down. And then bring your arms back into a Sphinx position where the elbows are underneath your shoulders. And lace your fingers together in front of you. And nest your pinkies. I want to make sure you can see this, how your pinkies are being nested instead of stacking your pinkies, just nest them so both pinkies are hitting the mat. Okay, shoulders underneath the ears, elbows underneath the shoulders. So we're down here in Sphinx, and then we're going to come up to our knees, walk our knees in, and then pushing into our hands, both pinkies on the mat, and pushing into the forearms, tuck your toes and lift your bottom up. It's if you were bottom half of a downward facing dog. And then hang here for a moment. And then bring your knees back down. Okay, so from here, we're going to do some dolphin push-ups. I'll go sideways so you can see. Elbows underneath the shoulders. You're going to tuck the toes, lift the hips again, and then let your body shift forward. Bring your chin to your hands or forward of your hands, and then come back to neutral. And we'll do it again. Inhale, exhale, come forward, chin to your hands or forward of your hands, and then back to neutral. And once more, bring your chin forward. We'll call this a dolphin push-up, and then back. And then one more time, come forward with your chin, and then back. And then the knees come down. And then come back to your belly. Fold your arms, rest your head, and rest your shoulders for a brief moment here. Hands come underneath the shoulders, push back to table. Square up your table. Tuck your toes, push to downward facing dog. Now hang in your dog for a breath or two. Widen your fingers, squeeze the forearms toward each other, stretch the spine long. Your head's relaxed between your arms, and your knees are bent initially to get your tailbone way up high. Okay, from here, shift your weight forward to plank position. In plank, your wrists are lined up underneath your shoulders, so you might have to walk your feet around a little bit to get this alignment. And then from plank, we're going to come into upward facing dog. You can put your knees down or not. And then up and make sure your shoulders stay down from the ears, chest is forward. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, come into plank. Inhale. Exhale, upward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bend the knees, walk up to the hands. And then very slowly rise up. Inhale. Exhale, arms in a T. Anjali Mudra. And then pause into Tadasana, drinking it all in. Appreciating your body, appreciating your life. Being in this magical moment right now. Here, inhale, arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, bend the knees, forward fold, come all the way down to the mat. Inhale, exhale, right foot steps back, plant the right heel, and then slowly rise up to your warrior one. Okay, so in warrior one, equal weight in both feet, front knees bent, bring your right hip forward, the left femur goes back into the hip socket, and your tailbone goes down so you're not overarching your lower back. From here, open your arms wide in a T. We're gonna hug ourselves with the right arm on top of the left arm, stack your elbows, and then bring your arms together into eagle arms. And then breathe. All the while thinking about your lower half of your body being stable, equal weight in both feet. Right hip coming forward. Push the forearms away and then push the shoulders down from the ears. Unravel your arms. Inhale, bring them back up, palms facing each other. Exhale, as you pivot onto your back toes, bring the hands down beside your front foot into a high lunge. And then step the left foot back to plank. Inhale, exhale, upward facing dog. Inhale, exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, swing it up between the hands. Inhale, exhale, step up with the left foot. And then slowly rise up. Inhale. Exhale, arms in a T. Anjali Mudra. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, bend the knees, forward fold all the way down. Inhale. Exhale, left foot steps back. Plant the left heel. Come up slowly into warrior one. Bending the front knee. Left hip comes forward, tailbone goes down and back toward the back of your mat. Inhale, open your arms. This time we're going to hug ourselves with the right arm under the left arm. Elbows up to shoulder height, and then close your arms up into your eagle arms, either spooning your hands or palm to palm. Yeah, all the while paying attention to what the lower half of your body's doing. Stabilizing the weight in both feet. Push the forearms away and your shoulders down. Unravel your arms, bring them up, Urdhva Hastasana, pivot onto the left toes, and then hands come down beside the foot, step back to plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Tuck toes, and downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Savasana. Inhale, left leg up behind. Exhale, swing it up between the hands. Inhale, exhale, step up. And then slowly rise up. Inhale, exhale, arms in a T. Anjali Mudra. And then Tadasana, reset, pause. In this active rest, thinking about straightening your spine from head to feet, chin parallel with the ground, head right on top of the shoulders. And then we shall go into Garudasana, eagle pose. So pick whatever leg you want to start with. Shift the weight and then take the opposite leg, knee over knee, or you can wrap the ankle, whatever you choose to do. And if you want to have a block handy beside your foot, you can always put your foot down on the block for a break. So whatever legs you're starting with in front, that arm goes on the bottom. So wrap into your eagle arms, keep your elbows shoulder height, and then breathe here. Now, the more you bend the knees, the lower your center of gravity goes. So it's a little easier to balance, even though it's more work on your legs. A couple more breaths. And when you're ready, unwind. Shake all that out. And then take your time to switch sides. Whatever leg, again, is in front, that arm goes on the bottom. There's a reason for everything we do in yoga. And this particular combination of what's in front and what's on the bottom has something to do with the brain, how it works. Couple more breaths. And then unwind, unwind, and check all that out. And back to the mat. If you have moved from the mat, come back to Tadasana at the front of your mat. Push your shoulders down, chest forward. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, bend the knees, fold all the way down. Inhale here. Exhale, step the right foot back. And then bring the right knee down, patting it accordingly here. And then bring the left arm to the inside of your left leg. Okay, so your left shin is against your left arm, your left knee is against your shoulder. Put weight into your right hand, and then you're going to lift your left arm up in front of your face, up to the sky, and then reach behind you. Turn your head to look at your hand. And then swing it again forward. So you're going to reach your fingers up to the sky, Swing your hand forward in front of your face, and then bring the hand down on the inside of that left leg. And then we're going to repeat. Swing the arm forward, up to the sky, reach back. And then the arm comes back up, forward, and down, resting in the inside of the leg. One more time. Forward, up to the ceiling, reach back, and then back up, forward, back down to the inside of that leg. All right, so from here, we're going to walk that left foot out and come into lizard pose, bringing your forearms. You can either stay on your hands or bring your forearms down onto blocks or onto the mat, whatever suits you. And in lizard pose, your knee is going to be someplace in the vicinity of your shoulder. Your foot, your left foot, is either in line with your head or forward of your head. You don't want an acute angle in that leg. You want it to be an obtuse angle, or a right angle would be okay too, but just not acute, because that's too hard on the knees. And then relax here, allow your hip to stretch, rest your neck. And then slowly push up into your hands. Walk the foot back in. Take the left hand and come onto the outside of the left foot. Tuck the right toes, lift the right knee. Step back to plank. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, swing it up between the hands. Inhale. Exhale, left foot steps up. And then very slowly rise up. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, arms in a T, Anjali Mudra. Inhale up. Exhale, bend knees, forward fold all the way down. Inhale. Exhale, left foot steps back. Plant the left knee, patting it as necessary. And then bring your right arm onto the inside of your right leg. So your shin is resting against the arm, the knee is resting against the shoulder. Put weight into the left hand, as now we're going to rotate the right arm forward and then up toward the sky, and then back behind, and then up toward the sky, and bring it back forward, and then plant it on the mat inside of your leg. And then again, inhale forward, up, back, and then back forward, planting the hand on the inside of the leg. And then one more time, inhale as you bring it forward. Reach up, all the way back. Exhale as you bring it back up to the ceiling, sky, and then forward, and then down, planting it inside of your leg. And then walk this foot out to come into lizard pose on this side. Coming down to your forearms. You can stay up on your hands, use blocks here. And then just relax into this stretch. Once again, your knee is in the vicinity of your shoulder. Your foot is forward of equal to your head or forward to your head. And then just breathe. Relax. And then slowly make your way back up to your hands. Walk the foot in Take your right hand onto the outside of the foot. Lift your left knee off the mat. Step back to plank. Inhale. Exhale, upward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, swing it up between the hands. Inhale. Exhale, step up. And then slowly rise up. Inhale. Exhale, arms in a T. Anjali Mudra. And Tadasana. Reset the spine. Active rest. Drink it in. I can feel your bright sunshine, Heather, shining on me because it's shining outside here too. I can feel the sun rays on my body. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, bend the knees, come into chair pose just briefly, Utkatasana. Pause here for a couple of breaths, tailbone down, arms up beside the ears, unless your shoulders are bothering you, and then you can bring your arms out front. Inhale, exhale, forward fold all the way down. Inhale, exhale, step back to downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. And then bring the knees down and sit back to child pose. Resting your head on something. Okay, please push back up and come seated. Now, if you have something to sit on, even a rolled up towel would do. You want to come seated to the edge of whatever you're going to sit on, and then bring your legs over to the right side of your body. And then you're going to take your left leg and tuck it underneath of your right leg, and then take the top of your left foot so that it's on your right shin. If you can see how my legs are here. And the reason for this little bolster underneath of your left buttock is to keep your spine straight. So just a rolled up towel here makes a big difference. If you can tell the difference if I remove this. See how hard it is to keep my spine straight. It makes a huge difference. So I'm just boosting up my left buttock. So now my spine can be nice and straight. So if you can't wrap your foot over the shin of your right leg, just leave it outside of it and then sit up nice and tall. Take your left arm forward, thumb down, push away an imaginary curtain and bring that left shoulder way forward. As you reach behind you, bring it around your lower back and grab your right bicep. Now, turn your body to the left. And you can stay here, or you can creep your right hand over to your left thigh. So this is called Bharadvajasana, which is a sage, named after a sage named Bharad, a mythical Hindu sage. Big shoulder stretch, big chest opener. We warmed up our whole body this whole practice so far, getting our shoulders to the point where we can do this. Take a deep breath and then slowly bring your head around forward, your chest, release your arm and shake those arms out. And then we'll move to the other side of our body, which now our legs will go to the left. Our right buttock will be sitting on something to boost it up just slightly. And if you can take the top of your right foot and curl it over your left ankle or shin, do that. So your left buttock now is just hanging in air, nothing underneath of it, so that your spine can stay nice and long. As we take the right arm forward, thumb down, bring that shoulder way forward so you can wrap behind you, grab your left bicep, and then bring the left hand onto the thigh. Turn your body to the right and stay here, or you can walk your left hand and grab your right thigh. Make sure your neck stays relaxed and breathe. This is one of my favorite twists because your arm supports your lower back in this twist, and you can keep your spine nice and long because of it. Inhale. Exhale as you slowly bring your head around, chest, unclasp your arms, shake your arms out, and then please come onto your backs. With bent knees. And then bring your arms in a T, extending from your body, palms facing up. Take your right leg and cross it over your left so that your knees are stacked as if you're sitting in a chair. And then we're going to wrap into our eagle legs. So pick your knees up towards your chest so that your right foot can wrap behind your left ankle. And then bring the feet back down to the mat once you have them wrapped. And then allow your knees to fall to the left, keeping your chest open and your shoulders down. And then look to the right. Head slowly comes to center. Knees come to center. Unravel the legs. And then left leg will cross over the right. Take the left foot, wrap it behind the right ankle. Bring your feet back to the mat. And then knees fall to the right as you turn your head to look to the left. Slowly, head comes back to center, knees come back to center. unravel the legs. And now if you have a block, grab your block. And we'll do some sacrum on the block. And Heather, I know you're poolside, so if you don't have a block, you can either roll up a towel or pillow underneath, or if you'd rather do just a half of a shoulder stand, just support your lower back with your hands to bring your feet over your head, whatever you choose. Make sure it's a position where you can relax. So the half shoulder stand is versus a full shoulder stand where your legs are vertical. Half shoulder stand, your legs are at a slant. It's a little easier. Slowly lower your legs. And if your sacrum's on a block, lift your hips, remove the block. Walk your feet together, let your knees fall out to the sides, bring your arms in a T just for a few breaths in Supta Baddha Konasana, bringing the soles of your feet together, allowing gravity to open your groin area. And the knees come together. Bring both knees into your chest. Grab your shins, hug your knees into the chest. And then release and prepare for Shavasana. Please focus on your breath. Slow down your breathing. Bring awareness to your legs. Relax all the muscles in your legs. Relax your hips, relax your buttocks. Let your back melt onto the mat. Soften your belly, soften your chest, and just release your shoulders down away from your ears. Be mindful of all the muscles in your hands and your arms and relax those muscles. Release all the tension in your neck and your jaw. Unstick your tongue, unclench your teeth. Relax your lips, relax your cheeks, and relax your eyes, eyebrows, and forehead. And now relax your mind and let your thoughts float by like those fluffy white clouds above you, and enjoy a few moments of inner bliss. Please bring your awareness back to your breath. Slowly deepen your breathing as you make small movements to wake up your body. And please bend your knees and roll onto your right side in a fetal position to seal the practice. And now, please very slowly, keeping a quiet mind, push up to seated. And please join me with the closing chant. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May the entire universe be filled with peace and joy, love and light. Victory to the Cat Rock Yoga class and to the inner teacher. Jai Shri Satguru Maharaj Ki Jai.